What assumptions do you make when you meet a Jewish person? Are they based more on media, your parents, or just unreliable sources?
This is how I win.
As you play along this episode of Odd Man Out, think of how you pick the mold.
We brought together 7 Jewish people.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish. I am Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
I'm Jewish.
One of them is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, they win the entire prize.
I wonder why they didn't do 6 non-Jewish people versus 1 Jewish person. I'm glad that they drew the line at this one. They were like, okay, we can't go that far. Like, chill, dude.
Who is the odd man out?
All right, well, who's the mole? I'm just going to ask you right now. Who is it? Come on.
Okay, where have all your families been expelled from? Can we just get into that real quick? Every Jew has a story about being forcibly taken from their home.
My family got expelled from Russia, early 1900s, moved to New York.
Are you Ashkenazi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus.
God, I can never remember the other one. I
Sephardic.
don't care. It's not good.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Okay. I actually converted. My mom is from the Philippines. My dad is from Mississippi.
Why did you convert?
My mom put me into it when I was really young, when I was like 6 or 7, so I just always grew up with it. So I didn't really feel like I converted.
My family is Polish. I am half Jewish. So my mom, through birth, I am Jewish. My dad is Christian.
My savta was expelled from Turkey, and my saba was from Bulgaria.
Good
and
words,
then,
good words.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone here knows Hebrew.
Does anyone else know Hebrew?
Yeah. That means
Listen, dude. This is gonna be a very awkward video for sure. Wait, I'm not very familiar with like anti-Semitism in Turkey, but I thought Turkey originally was very fond of bringing in Jewish immigrants. Like, there's a big group of Mizrahi Jews in Istanbul. Wait, apparently false. No, there's historic precedent for Turkey offering safe passage to Jews that were exiled from Spain, I think.
his grandma and grandpa.
Do you know fluently? Do you know
my mom's
Germany.
Israeli. So.
Okay, same. Do you guys know all the holidays?
Everyone was throwing out questions and answers, and it's just tough to get your piece in. But I was definitely worried that I would just be voted off just because I may not look Jewish.
What's the highest holiday?
Yom Kippur.
High holidays. Yeah, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah. If someone said Hanukkah, I was like, done.
Anyone go to Jewish school? I went to Jewish preschool, elementary school, and high school, and learned Hebrew in all of them. So I'm very Jewish.
Can you start reciting the first prayer of Hanukkah? The first word?
Baruch atah Adonai. I mean, I know it's not the first word. It just flows better this way.
Yeah, I was like, that wasn't really the first word, but.
He said his prayer really fast, and it didn't sound like 100% to me.
What's the prayer? Just the 2 words.
Damn, maybe he's just not that fucking into it, dude. What the fuck?
Words for washing your hands before you eat. No?
No, I don't know it.
Netilat Yadayim.
Yeah, so I got you.
Quick question, because this will eliminate real Jews real quick. Does anyone know what Jewish penicillin is?
Matzo ball soup.
Matzo ball soup.
Soup, yeah.
There it is. She didn't know what it is right there.
It was a little unclear where he was from and why he was telling us certain things.
Anyone keep kosher? I don't.
No.
But I don't eat pork.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, no
I'm
pork.
vegan,
but
so
no
yeah.
kosher.
My mom is so proud. She's
Can you
my
eat-
girl's
Can
kosher.
you eat challah?
I'm still stuck on the point that you drove here for this. I'm sorry. He said he drove here for this.
Oh.
I'm just.
I want an excuse to come
Be
down
in
to
the
LA.
video.
Yeah.
I took a plane from Seattle.
You flew here?
Yeah.
Really?
Awesome.
Well, I also just wanted to eat at a bunch of vegan places.
Right? We just want an excuse to come to LA.
I was very comfortable with the girls. For some reason, the guys gave me a bit of pause.
People always kind of had weird looks because I'm only half Jewish. So growing up, I was in a very Christian environment. I mean, that was the main thing is when we were, getting pulled out for the high holidays, everybody just kind of was like, why do you get to leave? Stuff like that. That's the only time it really came up for me.
All right, so this time the voting is going to be different. We're not going to have a secret ballot, but it's going to be open voting.
Bro, I don't know. There's no way. I just know that it's not Liel, okay? It's not. Like, if it's her, I'm just wrong. She's way too aggressive not to be Jewish. Like, it would... No one who is the mole ever goes that fucking hard in the first round especially. There is... Whoever is the mole usually dials it back. Scales it back. She's like guiding the conversation. She's like finger pointing. The person who's the odd man out in these sorts of videos, okay? The person who's the odd person out in these videos are never this aggressive. So she's out. I rule her out immediately. It could be Ilana. Ilana is not really doing, like, she's not really talking too much.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna switch. Bye. I have a very Jewish name. I have a very Jewish face. Not something that I expected to be voted out the first time. I definitely was expecting to be able to keep playing the rest of the game.
Adam was my first pick.
I don't even think... Not really. I don't think he has a very Jewish face or a very Jewish name. Is Adam a Jewish name? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Is Adam a Jewish name? It's a Christian name too. I don't know why. Like, it's an Abrahamic... Guys, it's an Abrahamic name. It's universal. That's the point.
Here, just to be sure.
Okay.
So tell me why you're Jewish.
Yeah.
It's harder because, you know, I am just Jewish through my mom, and there wasn't a big Jewish community where I grew up.
Actually, like, Jewish through your mom rabbinically is like full Jewish.
Through
No,
Jewish
that's what I
religion
mean.
makes you
That's what I-
100%
it's
Jewish.
just like
Just checking.
No, yes,
Yeah.
no, of course. So I didn't grow up with a lot of Jewish community around me, so I didn't do a lot of like the stuff if people grew up in LA or New York or something like that, they might have had access to.
Where are you from again?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Western Massachusetts, yeah. I didn't really have a religious upbringing at all. And then I did go to college at Wesleyan, and that is in Connecticut, and it does have a larger Jewish population. So that's really where I did get to meet a lot of Jewish people and really start to experience Jewish culture. Who said they didn't do Birthright? Did everybody here do Birthright?
I didn't do it.
Okay.
I'm planning on doing it this winter though.
Yeah.
My schedule's crazy.
Yeah, I did it in college. That was like once I went to college, it was like much bigger Jewish community. So like I got to do stuff like that and like go to Birthright, and it was awesome.
I was most suspicious of Garrett because just some of his answers, they seemed like very quick and not very detailed. Have we all been Israel?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
So what's our favorite part of Israel? I really loved, I think the Dead Sea was awesome. I think Israel is just gorgeous. And I was really afraid to go in the Mediterranean Sea because I did not want to get stung by a jellyfish. So I was like, okay, sand.
I'm a beach guy, so I love Tel Aviv and Dizengoff Beach.
What was your favorite part?
Masada, going up and like looking down over the Dead Sea and everything.
What's everyone's favorite dish that their mom makes?
My grandma's latkes, honestly, are like the best thing ever.
Your favorite food is latkes?
That's like a
Have
good
you ever
food.
had
Of course I've had latkes. It's no one's
Honestly, I
favorite
don't really
food.
like latkes. That's
Okay,
a
first of
problem.
all.
I don't know. Now I'm suspicious.
Yeah.
Can you tell me some more about your conversion?
I was just about to ask that too.
I grew up, like as a kid, like
There's no way the convert is not fucking Jewish, man. There's just no way. Like, that's bait, okay? That's a given. You're going to eliminate him because he's definitely Jewish. You know what I mean? There's just no fucking way they would put, like, there's no way they would put a guy like that who is not really fucking Jewish on there to, like, lie about being Jewish. Like, there's no way. Like, it's too intricate of a fucking story, like, to be able to, like, come up with a story like that. To be like, yeah, I was a convert. Like, it's already unique because if I'm not wrong, and I might be mistaken on this, but it's not very easy to become Jewish.
Jewish friends, doing Shabbat every week, doing the holidays. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm Jewish now. It's just like, okay.
It's totally fine to convert, but just in the
It's
name of the
hard as fuck to
game,
become
I was
Jewish,
like,
you don't want to,
okay,
that's
if you
what I'm saying.
converted, maybe you're not actually Jewish. Maybe someone you know converted. Do you feel really in touch with Jewish culture?
So I have like a lot of Ashkenaz friends who don't buy German cars for that very reason. Like,
My grandparents
Or-
would let me buy,
you're like,
get a German
yeah,
car.
the Holocaust is probably one of the worst events in history.
My Israeli ex-girlfriend, her favorite car is a G-Wagon. No meme. Like, we used to get into arguments about this where I was like, what the fuck, what do you mean? She, like, wanted to buy a G-Wagon. Literally created by, like, Nazis for Nazi consumption.
So I don't think for For anyone to not connect with that, that would be a problem. But for me, I would say a lot of Jewish history I don't connect with just because it's not part of my history. It doesn't mean I don't connect to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you face any discrimination being Filipino and Jewish?
All the time, absolutely.
What about people like finding us like kind of discriminating in like a semi-positive way, but not really at all when they say
Like, can you smell how much money I'm holding?
Oh, that's terrible. But no, I was in an Uber the other day, and the guy was like, "Oh, you're Jewish. You're powerful. You've got power. You've got connections." And I was like,
Yeah, you're just you.
It's too much study.
Hi. He said his mom
Damn,
was
you're
Jewish,
out.
and if you're born from your mother and she's Jewish, that makes you a full Jew. So he just kind of seemed like the one to me from the get-go.
I kind of saw it was coming. I knew it was going to be a little bit harder. People who are Jewish are very, practicing in their...
Jeremy Corbyn must condemn this.
Have all the little details down and things like that is definitely hard for somebody who didn't, grow up practicing Judaism.
Raise your hand if you think that the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the video.
After Garrett got voted out, I was kind of actually weary about Ariel.
I know Boris is a racist, Islamophobe,
I mean, there are
homophobe, all of
Israelis
the
that
things.
aren't Jewish, and like that's cool too. You know.
I was going to ask that about
But,
you.
I know.
You could have
I'm
just said
definitely,
media called him
I was thinking about
anti-Semitic
this
when he
whole time. I was
wasn't.
like,
That
oh my
wasn't
God.
enough.
But, like, are you practicing or?
No, so I went to Hebrew school. I went to the JCC. First grade, I switched to private school, Ivy Academia.
Can we speak right now?
Same thing, just because you speak Hebrew.
Yeah,
Jewish, I mean, like...
yeah, definitely. I was getting scared people were going to start voting for me because I was definitely putting out more Israeli than Jewish, and that is kind of my identity. Like, I definitely fall into that more because I am a secular Jew.
I'm Black, Chinese, and Filipino, and for most places I go, first of all, people just don't even know what I am in general. Yeah. So add Jewish into mix, and that really throws people off.
You said you were born here?
Mm-hmm. Born and raised here.
In LA?
Yeah, but I went to school in a very conservative state. And now I'm back because it was really hard. And part of the reason it was so hard was because I am Jewish and I did not feel accepted. Yes, there were a lot of people who did accept me, but sometimes a little bit of hate can overrule a lot of love.
And you said you went from a Jewish high school?
Yeah, Jewish elementary school, Jewish preschool, Jewish high school.
She was just so outgoing and talking about her experience of going to an out-of-state school and that wasn't Jewish. And since she went through a Jewish school her whole life, I think that was one of the big things that kind of went off in my head that maybe it was her. How do you go from a Jewish school your whole life and not go to a Jewish college?
I was on a dating app recently. There was a guy who sent me a photo of...
Is that normal? Wait, why would she? What? Plenty of people go to fucking... What? Plenty of people go to fucking, like, Jewish schools and then no longer go to... What? Wait, really? Do Jewish people go to Jewish colleges? Like, what the fuck? That is a sus take, dude. That's not a good take at all. I have a lot of friends from college that went to like Jewish high schools and then did not go to a Jewish university. Is there a Jewish university? I didn't even know that. Ben Shapiro didn't go to a Jewish high school? Wait, what did she say? Maybe I misunderstood her. Hold on.
And talking
about a little bit of hate can overrule a lot of love.
And you said you went from a Jewish high school?
Yeah, Jewish elementary school, Jewish preschool, Jewish high school.
She was just so outgoing and talking about her experience of going to an out-of-state school and
she's
that
got
wasn't
a longer
Jewish.
neck than
Daft. Since she went through a Jewish school her whole life, I think that was one of the big things that kind of went off in my head that maybe it was her. How do you go from a Jewish school your whole life and not go to a Jewish college?
I was on a dating app recently.
Yeah,
there was a guy who sent me a photo of...
That's a sus take, bro. It's her. It's her. Literally, that's crazy. That's a crazy take. So many Jewish people go to Jewish high schools and then don't go to Jewish college. I didn't even know that there was a thing called Jewish college.
Of himself, bottoms on, but he was shirtless because he was like really buff and he like wanted to show it off. I didn't care. And he had like a lot of tattoos and I was like looking at it and he had a giant swastika right here. And I messaged him back. I said, "Am I being pranked?" Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
like, and I said, "Why do you have a swastika on your arm?" He said, "It's a Chinese peace symbol." And I said, oh honey, no, like,
Not anymore.
no, not anymore.
My first day at
Fuck, it's not
Calabasas
even
High, there were
Chinese. It's
swastikas all
Indian. Yeah, that guy was just
School,
that guy was
freshman year,
just
my
a
sophomore
fucking
year,
Nazi.
this kid came up to me. He's like, I hate Jews. Like, I am a full anti-Semite. I hate you and your people. And I'm like, dude, I don't know
all
you.
Asian countries
like,
have it? I thought it was
we're just in
Indian.
a class together. Why are you at this school if you hate Jews? Go move somewhere else.
And also,
you
he
know?
doesn't even know you.
I've been told, you know, you and your family should have
Is
died in the
Buddhist?
Holocaust. You and your people are evil. You don't deserve a place here.
Hindu and Buddhist, not Indian. Oh, my bad. Multiple religions use it. Also, it's the other side. It's like, it's not the, I thought it's not even the same side, right? I thought the swastika is pointed the other direction.
Things like that, and it hurts, but at the end of the day I feel also like it made me stronger. That reminds me, how do you guys feel about tattoos?
Oh, I have a tattoo.
I've got a few.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I won't get any.
Yeah. Why, so,
I
but
think
how do you-
Israelis love
Exactly,
tattoos.
yeah.
Tel Aviv is the most tatted up place.
Yeah.
Jerusalem likes to hate it.
Sorry.
Yo, how the fuck does no one suspect Ilana? I still think it's her.
Sorry.
You know.
You just know so much.
I know so much. You know so much.
No, you know so much.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you're certain that the mole is still in the box and you would like to continue the game. If the lights turn green, you vote the mole out. If the lights turn green,
I'm feeling good.
Those lights turn.
What if we found out that the Jubilee lady is also not Indian and she was pulling a Raj this entire time? What a fucking twist that would be, dude.
red.
I was wrong.
We're the best.
So exciting.
Okay.
all right. Can the mole please step forward now?
Oh,
Knew it. Yes.
Yes.
Damn
I
it.
just live with somebody who is Jewish and have been in the culture now for like a year and a half.
groupie, I call it. We're fun. We're fun.
Yes.
Because he was sitting right next to me, he was really quiet, so I can tell when people were asking questions that he wasn't stepping in to answer them.
Yeah, so as the mole, I came in actually taking stories from people who are Jewish and kind of co-opting them as my own because
Dude, fuck. Because the half. It's such a believable story. Like, I know so many people like this. I know so many people who are like Jewish from their mother's side who like don't even adopt or don't even say that they're Jewish. Like, it's such a good it's such a good fucking cover story. Jewish from my mother's side is 100% Jewish. Jewish from my father's side, yeah. But I know so many people who are. I know so many Jewish people who are like who weren't in the culture at all. Even though their mother is Jewish. White Trihex. He does kind of look like Trihex a little bit.
do have a lot of Jewish friends, so I have experienced the culture through them. I'm just happy I made it past the first round. I was
It's when you
surprised
said
that
I'm
they
only
voted
Jewish
Adam
on my
out
mother's side, they
quick.
gave it
It just
away.
shows that you can't tell who somebody is just by looking at them. You really have to get to know them a little better.
Do you have any Jewish in you? I don't think
I don't
so.
want to play into the stereotype.
Oh, I'm cool with it. Here,
I'm
we're
cool.
gonna be like in a strip club right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Woo! Got him. I'm a Jewish atheist, which if it came up, it might have been something that would have gotten me in trouble more so, but it's your culture, it's your everything, it's a big identity, and we need to hold on to it because...
Why are you guys throwing up question marks, dude? God damn, come on, at this point you gotta fucking know, like, he's just culturally Jewish, there's so many secular Jews, like, how do you fucking not know this? It's like, it's ethno-religious.
If we don't, people will try to make us do it by force.
Within the Jewish community, there's probably more stereotypes than outside of the Jewish community. By that I mean, there's a lot of judgment within some of the, whether you're more Jewish than someone or less Jewish than someone. You came from Israel, you came from Russia, you came from Germany, you came from the States.
I don't make it the full thing, but it's very much a part of me and my values and the way I live my life. And you know, there are not that many Jews in the world, and so to be part of such a small but very close group is actually really rewarding in a lot of ways.
We watched the Muslim one.
I
think I nailed the Muslim one, didn't I? I nailed the Muslim. The Muslim one I nailed in like literally 3 seconds, I think. We were watching and I nailed it like right here. It was literally like one of the girl opened her mouth and I was like, nope, that's it. That's the one. And I was right. Well, I'm bad at figuring out who's fake Jewish.
From Israel, you came from Russia, you came from Germany, you came from the States.
I don't make it the full thing, but it's very much a part of me and my values and the way I live
Proof
my
that
life.
you are a racist.
And you know, there are not that many Jews in the world.
I don't know.
And so to be
proof
part
that I
of,
fucking grew up in a
such small,
98%
but very
Muslim
close
country
group
for
is
longer,
actually really rewarding in
for a
lot of
longer period of
ways.
time in my life than I
I'm very
lived in
happy with being Jewish, and I love it.
non-Muslim country.
When did like everybody become a Democrat?
Honestly, when I went to school.
Oh damn, this is spicy. Wow. Okay, this is exciting. I want to see this one. This is gonna be a good video.